Let's continue to explore using turtle objects, and we'll continue where we left off last time. And so remember that we had created an object using the turtle constructor, and we had called it Fred. And so pictorially we have an identifier, Fred, which is a reference to an object. And this object is an instance of the turtle class. Now, one of the things that we can say about objects is that they know things about themselves, and they can also do things when asked. Things that turtles know are their position, that is their XY location, their color, that is the color of the line that gets drawn, whether the tail is up or down, so the tail position, and then also the heading, the direction that the turtle is facing. All of that information is part of what is commonly referred to as the state of the object, the state of the turtle. So inside of this particular turtle object, we know that Fred is currently referring to an object that knows its position, its color, its tail position, the direction it's heading, and so on. Also included are the methods that the turtle object can respond to. And we've already seen some of these. We've seen that we can ask the turtle to move forward, and we've seen that we can ask the turtle to turn to the left. So in this lesson we want to explore more of the methods that turtles have, and also look more at how the state interacts with those methods. So we'll go back to the example and we'll continue where we left off. One of the things that we can do is change the color of the turtle. And so the method for that is simply color. So Fred dot, the object Fred refers to, and then the method is color, and the piece of information that it needs, the parameter, is the color that I want to change it to. And so in this case, maybe we want to change it to be the color green. And colors have to be provided as strings, and so that's why we use quotes. So when I hit return, what we'll notice is that the turtle now has changed its color. And we won't see any effect of this necessarily until the turtle moves. And so now, if we continue and say Fred.right, another method, in this case, let's have it turn right 120 degrees, and then let's have Fred move forward, perhaps 100 units. Now we see that Fred leaves behind a green line because its current color value is green. The color method changed the state of that particular object, so instead of the color being black, it has now become green. We had said that the model that this is based on is one in which the tail is either up or down, and by default it's down, but what we could do is tell the turtle to raise its tail, and the method for that is called up. And so Fred.up, and up doesn't need any information, so we leave the parameter list blank, leave it empty. But when I say Fred.up, although we don't see any effect in the graphics window, when we move the turtle forward, say we move 100 units forward, what we will see is that although it moved, it did not leave a tail behind. It did not leave a line behind, I'm sorry, because the tail is currently up in the air. So now, if I say put your tail back down and then turn to the right, let's say 100 degrees, and then move forward again, say 200 units this time, then we see that now the line is going to be drawn once again. So we got this gap that has appeared because we had the tail up in the air, we put it back down, and now we've drawn a line that's 200 units. Besides being able to simply go forward, we can also go backward. And so if I turn Fred to the left this time, let's go 90 degrees, and then ask Fred to go backwards, say 200 units, then Fred will go in reverse. That is, it will go backward with respect to the direction that it is currently facing. The other thing that I can do is I can have Fred go directly to a location, go directly to an XY coordinate. In order to kind of understand what that's going to do, perhaps the first thing we should do is ask Fred, where are you right now? And so the method that we can use for that is to say Fred dot position. Position doesn't need any information to do its work. It doesn't have any parameter values that are required, but when I hit return, we see that we get a pair of numbers, negative 8.56 and 75.35. In other words, the turtle is currently at X value of negative 8.56 and Y value of 75.35. And that's all with respect to the original starting location, which was at 0, 0. If I wanted to move the turtle now to a specific XY location, I could simply say Fred.goTo. The goTo method takes an X and a Y and will move the turtle directly to that location using a straight line from the current position to that new position. So if I say go to location 200, 50, then what that's going to do is move the turtle to the position of X equals 200, Y equals 50, and it'll leave a line behind because the tail is down. Of course, had the tail been up, the turtle would move, but there'd be no line that would be drawn. So it's possible for us now to use a combination of forward, backward, left and right, and goTo to be able to move the turtle, leaving lines that have different colors depending upon what kind of a graphics picture we want to create.